All right. Yeah. That's good. All right. Oh, man. Why does the shirt look cream on the camera? That's weird. All right. Welcome in when y'all get in. Let me see. Welcome in, welcome in. How we doing? How we feeling? How are we doing? How are we feeling? Where do I want to put these at? Probably just here. Hey, welcome in. Yeah. So we're back today. I don't know what else to say. Oh, we're back today. Hopefully we're all doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing very well. I'm just getting a few things kind of situated, planned out. But we're good. We are fine. We are all good. I do want to say, I don't know why I split the deck. I wasn't gonna begin just yet. I was gonna talk for a minute. But yeah, this weekend was crazy. But I split the deck and it went on ignored upright, but then removed inverted. So someone's being ignored because you aren't removed from your path or removed from something, or someone has to ignore something because you weren't removed from a stature. I don't know how this is. People need to stop making bets, physical bets on spiritual things. That's all I gotta say. But hopefully we're doing well. I'm gonna jump into this. I have new information when doing the tarot, so we'll be able to get some interesting things. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right in. Sorry, there's I don't know. It's like it's not a bad feeling, but it's like a blankness. But the magician inverted, a bad practitioner. So whoever is doing some form of like disagreeable art or like blocking, I'm hearing road work. So like that would be like root work, your crossroads and stuff like that. Whoever was doing that kind of halting and stopping is no longer there. They no longer are. They are being removed. Yeah, because you're respected, someone has to stop. That's basically. Or someone doesn't respect someone, or somehow someone was holding back the fact that they did respect you to pull this off. Like someone's playing their own game against themselves. I was just about to say poker face, but rule breaker came out. Yeah, I don't know. Someone broke a rule and tried to do something that you wouldn't see. Or a breaker didn't know that you seen them do something. Someone that was trying to alter, and with rule breaker, it's like someone who was just trying to alter an ebb and flow. It's how it's coming through. Oh, I appreciate that, Jay, but I promise I'm fine. I'm doing very well. It's not as bad as it seems. I know I had a troll in the comment section a while ago talk about like, oh, you eat out the trash cans and shit. I don't do that. What the fuck? Do I look like I was starved for like 2 years ago. I was starved in a basement. Do you expect me to like eat immediately, like regain everything? And then I also have been fasting a bunch. I fasted for literally like 2 months this year, well, last year, like consecutively. So yeah, I don't have that much weight on me. So that doesn't mean anything bad. Hello. But yeah, I look fine. I look beautiful. I love how I look. It don't matter. But I know like there's a bunch of trolls in the comments. How it's gonna be for a minute. Ignore them. I'm blocking them. I'm getting rid of them. It's So if you see those comments, don't worry about it. It's whatever. They ain't got nothing better to do. But anyway, someone tried to do something without you seeing, or someone tried to block your third eye so they could do something to you, and it's like you can't do that. And again, it's like the practitioner rule. It's again like if you're going to go out and do these things to people, you have to tell them to their face. You have to be, hey, I don't like you, and I'm gonna go and do some magic on you to fuck you up. You have to tell them. That's the rule. I don't think people know that's the hidden rule. That's why people say you have 3 days. They don't tell you what they're gonna do. You have 3 days, or you have 5 days, or however long. That's that rule. Someone doesn't stay in your own lane. First of all, you gotta get real with yourself. You have to give that warning. It's fair. That's the rules. Someone broke a rule by doing something underhandedly, and they know that that's true. It's given the fact that someone wants to, again, this is pulling back that energy, that person that I picked up a while ago who gave you permission to hex or curse them or to do something to them. This came out that they were trying to use that as a plausibility claim. Oh, I told them they could do something to me, so that means I can do something to them. No, you just gave them permission to enter your energy and fuck you up. That had nothing to do with what you could do to them because you didn't lay down that rule. And even then, you didn't say that you wanted to. You're like, no, I don't do this. We don't want this. You know what I mean? So whoever this person is lying. I'm hearing the initials R and S, but the IRS could be involved. I don't know what the fuck going on with that, but yeah, I don't. So they got caught because you can't be doing that shit. This could even be a long-term practitioner who goes around and does shit to people but lies about it and says, oh, they did something to me first, and then they make they convolt a whole thing around their life to make it seem like they've been busted. But those birds chirping real loud, listen. But that's what's going on. They know the truth now that you didn't know that someone was doing. It's so here's the thing. Someone also wants to use the excuse that because, and thank you for the donation, I appreciate it, and thank you so much, I'm glad to be back. But there's just because you knew that they were doing something to you, whether that was from dreams, from your own divination work, from someone else's divination work, or from, God, however, they wanted to use that as an excuse for why they could. But you have to tell them to their face or to let them know in person on the physical, hey, I'm doing something to you. It doesn't matter that you're doing dream work on that person and they know that because of that. It's you have to tell them. Someone wants to be a dark practitioner, the biggest, baddest. And it's well, if you're gonna be the biggest, baddest, you gotta humble yourself and at least admit to who you're doing shit to. And it's you might have even called this person hey, I know you're doing this. That still does not count as you telling them. They have to tell you. You can't tell them what they're doing to you. They have to tell you. That's why they're getting their ass kicked, whoever this individual is, because they didn't come to you and tell you, hey, I'm doing this. You figured it out on your own. You took it into your own hands, and now they're crying because they did the same thing. You're just doing what they did first. Point, simple blank. They put the rules down, and they broke their own rules because they wanted to claim and use. And again, that talks about labels and shit, y'all. I've talked about that for years. Y'all got to get it through your fucking head. Labels are nothing. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to be this and do this. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that holds? I had someone last year, they walked up to me. I was talking to a group of people, and they called me the Messiah. And I said, do not put that on me right now. I said, that's something I cannot hold. Do not put that on me. I appreciate if you see that, but do not put that on me. It's not bad, but there are rules to that I'm not even, you know what I mean? Be careful what you put on people, but be careful what you put on yourself, period, point blank. So don't go around claiming you're something when you don't even know the rules that follow it. You know what I mean? It's looking up the meaning of your name, the definition of your name. That's what you hold. That's what you're known as within the energetic sphere. So if you're going to call yourself a practitioner, you don't only have to respect all the rules that a practitioner would do, and also which realm of practitioning are you doing? Where are you standing? Are we doing hoodoo, voodoo? Are we doing Santeria? Are we doing just kitchen work? Are we doing root work? What are we doing? What are we actually doing? And what kind of, and then going deeper, what kind of root work are we doing? Are we doing vegetable root working? If you know what I'm talking about, are we doing root chakra working? Are we doing binding root? What kind of root? Are we doing ancestral shit that ties them back? What are we doing? Someone needs to get, you have to know. I'm sorry, it's like applying for a job. Can you do this, and that? Can you? Do you even know what you're... So I don't know. Whoever this is weird. It's a know-it-all energy. I'll leave it like that. I'll say it. It's a know-it-all energy. And they don't know anything, actually. When it comes down to it, a family is seeing this, or this group is seeing it. A whole group of people. This can I even for some reason when I seen meeting, I read mentor. So this could be someone that was being mentored by someone to do something to you, by like a group or like a family dynamic. And it's like, well, you broke a rule. It's like, well, I didn't know I broke a rule. Like, how? Well, why didn't you know that you broke a rule? You signed up to do something. So why didn't you look into what you signed up to? Yeah, because you don't have skill or talent for this. I mean, you're not meant for this. I don't know how obvious it can get that you're deactivated. Something in this person's life is falling apart completely. Okay, they say to put it out and then put it back in. Something about this family group or a meeting being deactivated. So it's like an online thing. Like this could be like an online group chat or like a Zoom meeting or something, and someone just got denied. Like they don't have the password for something. This could even be like a spiritual thing where people are all like meeting up in the astrals. Like they don't have permission. They don't have the right code or signature to get to it, whether that's to you or in this group, or this group or family doesn't have an energetic signature to get to you because you're defended, where secret love is causing an intervention so that you don't lose. Secret love doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be a friend. Secret love could even be something that you do in private that you enjoy that is preventing you from losing. Like I literally just got like secret love could literally just be you taking a fucking bath at the same time or around the same time, right? That's what you love to do. That's what's keeping you safe. Someone doesn't understand the practicality of magic because they look at it through a lens of like skepticism rather than looking at it from a realm of science, because that's all it is. Like even when you're doing work, like I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but if you look up the art, because people don't even know this in the first place when you're talking about sigils and keys and angel work and all that stuff. They don't look at it because they don't realize it, but it's all like calling signs for angels all they are is like electrical nodes. Like if you're an electrician and you can read like how like the diagrams and stuff. I forgot what it's fucking called, but like your ins and outs, your transmitters and shit, like the symbols for those, that's all sigils are for angels. Angels are just conductive electricity, it's light. So it's a bunch of things, it's cymatics at the end of the day, but someone doesn't know that. And it's also just like, if you are, it's like with the arts and stuff, like someone is not looking at it from a practical lens, they're not using both realms of it. Someone's just only looking at it as like a mystical thing. They'll look up what's the most powerful spell, but not realize that that's a whole equation that your nervous system has to work with. It's a whole like neural program that your body has to take in to produce out. Someone doesn't, it's like, it's a lot deeper than someone would think. But someone knows that you can use the human body as a battery. Like someone knows that off bat, but they don't understand or even grasp the concept of how to conduct, whether that's physical or electrical. Like they don't know how to conduct. They don't know how to produce. They don't know how to create their own energy. So what would be the point of trying to create anything else? You have to be able to input something for it. Like you have to, because even when you're doing sigil work, you're bouncing off your own energy. When you're doing manifestation, you're bouncing off your own energy. So if you yourself have a really reluctant or pessimistic energy, it's not going to get far. Someone needs to realize that. Like that's the difference between you and someone else when it comes to creating things. You convert. And I feel like that's why I've been hearing transfusion a lot within readings. Like you're able to transfuse. You're able to like take one from another. And someone thought that they could do the same. Like someone has like an alchemical tattoo, like, the fucking Philosopher's Stone tattooed on them. And they think that connects them with the power of being alchemist. That does, but it also doesn't, because tattoos is blood magic, if you didn't know. Because it goes into your blood system, it's ink, it's blood magic, if you didn't know. So someone thinks that just because they have a symbol on them, though it charges you with it, it's like, can you hold that energy? Because if you can't, your body is going to deteriorate, because your blood's your life force. Your blood is really what keeps you up. So Do you have the right things in your blood or do you not? Like, someone needs to get it in their head. But someone's being removed. I looked at it this way: someone's being removed and no one cares. No one's annoyed about someone being removed from something. I just heard ran out of town or ran out of the home. And home does not have to be a physical home. Home can literally just be your body, okay? Home can be like you're being ran out of your own mental state, your own normality. That's your home. I want to start bringing these things in because a lot of people just hear these terms and run off with it and think one way when it could be 1,000 other ways. This is not a message of hope for someone because they got caught in the act. You lost. You got caught up and then caught in the act. This person's in spiritual court because of that. Because of what they did. And again, that's why I was picking up something about going to the astral. Someone does not have the right code to get in somewhere. Someone doesn't have the right signature on them, or even like taking it a step further. If you didn't know, in the astrals, you are marked with specific symbols, with how far you can go and like what your rank is and blah blah blah. Right, you're marked with that. It's all on you. There are ways to look at it. I'm not going to go into depth about that on live. Someone does not have the right code at all. They're not allowed to go in. This could even be like someone worked at a job and they have to input like a code. They don't have the right code. They weren't updated on like what the lock change was, and they can't get into that either. Like they're being removed. Point blank simple, because you have to stop popping around here. This is what I just heard. You have to stop popping around here. Someone needs to stop. Is someone trying to hide the fact? What the fuck? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Someone's just trying to hide the fact that I don't know, they're trying to hold on to the fact that they weren't caught. Spotlight and busted, inverted with ignored and disrespect. It's like someone's only rebuttal, and I'm gonna get out of this energy because I don't want to talk about this. They just only want to talk about how they weren't caught. It's like, well, I wasn't caught. No, but you were though. That's why you're in this situation. That's why you're here. You were already caught. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you're talking about. Who is this person? We have disrespect. Ancestor wall, coming to terms. Yeah, this person has to come to terms because their ancestors have been completely removed from them. This is not like a hoodwinking thing. They have been removed from you. This is not, we're not pulling a wool over your eye. We're not saying this, they're not around you. Someone was using magic of their mother or powers from the deceased mother to do this work. Or to do some form of like, I'm here, it's like, what is that what I'm seeing? Someone went to either like your mother's grave or their mother, like someone like went to a family cemetery or got a hold of, fuck. I'm seeing it though. It's like, Churchill is significant. I don't know if that's like the Churchill cemetery, if that's a thing for one of y'all, but I'm seeing literally a cemetery and it has the Celtic cross on it. The circle with the cross, and that's like in the middle. It's like on a mound. I'm seeing it. It's like stuck right there in the middle of the mound, and then, but that's not. It's like not. That's not like the whole thing. Like that's in this. Like I'm gonna say the center. I'm not gonna overcomplicate this. It's like in the center of the cemetery, and it's like that's like It's not the Watcher. I forgot what you would be signified as. I'll remember that later. But something about like a cemetery like that, like there's a family member of either yours or theirs that's buried there that they went to, and they stole something either from, I don't know if that's like what that is. There's something about a teddy bear, like a ceramic one, but it's not like a big one. It's like one of those tiny ones. What are they called? They're like antique teddy bears, like that big. And my mom used to collect them all the time. I'm seeing one in my, like crazily. So someone might have collected those, or like some form of like antique doll or something. I'll leave it like that. They took one of those from it because they knew how attached their physical vessel was to that. Also, if this person was recently deceased, the individual doing the working knows that the human body cells stay alive for 3 to 7 days after death. And that's how they're using this necromancy magic. That's how they're using this binding. Anyway, they're going there, and someone was trying to either use like magic of your mothers that she knew or of their mothers, however this is, and they are completely being blocked. Like, you can't do that. Because someone already went to the astrals, or like, not even to the astral, I'll say just the court roads. Someone's either going to the astrals, the spiritual courts, or the crossroads, because apparently all three of those words will come out at once. So one of those three, they're coming from there, and they already asked to do something from, using their inherent power, and they were denied. So then they went to the physical place of their burial and did it anyway. Someone doesn't like no for an answer. That's all I'm saying. Someone does not like no for an answer. And there's an annoying. I was feeling annoyed. I was like, I'm done with this. But this, whoever's doing that's annoyed. Whoever's mom this is annoyed because they're stopping this person. Chariot inverted. I don't have those. That doesn't exist there. I'm also hearing like chapter, like game, not necessarily game over, but like a pause button. Something's being paused. Because there's something being paused because if they've been doing, it's like something was wrong. Something about this whole thing was off on the wrong foot from the get-go. Because there were individuals around you and this party that seen how they treated you and seen how you moved that don't add up now. Someone has been doing a lot of things with AI to make it seem like you said certain things or did certain things. That's why things are being halted, because no, collective didn't do that, because I was with so-and-so there. Someone's putting the pieces together. Someone who's emotionally balanced is putting the pieces together and is seeing, because that's 5, that's 10 and 5. That's 10 and 5. The 10 and 5 of wands upright. That's half. Someone sees both sides. They could be a Sagittarius or a Leo. So they could be the years 1991 or 2003 are significant. They could be year of the sheep, or year of the pig. Or they could be born in the year of the pig. Something about the end of the year. Something about Saturn and Jupiter are heavily connected too. So someone's trying to play on your Saturn and Jupiter energies, or at least trying to do Solomonic magic in that sense, either calling upon like the angels or the demons or just the planetary powers themselves to try and get something going their way. And even with the chariot, that kind of adds up too. That's why something being halted. Someone has been doing glamour spells with Jupiter and Saturn to be disciplined on this path, or someone was working with those planets and became glamored by those planets and their abilities. Because if you didn't know, like, don't mess with all, do not mess with planetary magic if you don't know what you're doing. I say that for a lot of things, but planetary magic will fuck you up like forever. It's not something that just happens and it goes away. Like, you will suffer until the end of your days messing with planets like that. They do not forget energy signatures. They don't forget. You will not forget. I've heard horror stories. I've seen horror stories, and I've witnessed someone use Solomonic magic on me and watch their whole life fall apart because they didn't know what they were doing. But someone could have got glamour about them and thought they had luck. That's why they think they have luck so much, because they got possessed by the planet. Either by, I think, I'm hearing Jupiter. Someone got possessed by the archons of Jupiter, which is why they felt like they would have luck. This is why they've gone on for so long. And because they keep failing the test of like not determination, but discipline with Saturn, Saturn's being harder on them. And it's like the harder that, because even with the 5 of Wands, that's a Saturn card, that's Saturn and Leo. So again, someone could be a Leo or a Sagittarius and they've been messing with those energies. Regardless, it's someone keeps fighting against the grain. Someone keeps trying to add new tiles on top of you, or keep trying to bury your name under dirt to make things harder for you, but it's only making things grow for you. You know when to move, you know when to rest. That's why someone can't get over you with these laws, because someone knows you're very disciplined, and your discipline is what gives you luck. They're trying to play against that. And it's also Mars as well. This person could just have heavy, like a Sagittarius in Mars. But the Two of Pentacles is out here after that. Like someone is losing it all, like lost all balance. The Eight of Cups, because they didn't walk away. The Two of Pentacles. Someone could be a rat. Born of the year, the rat out. 1996, 2008. Capricorn, and again, Jupiter. So Jupiter is all about, it's all about that luck. It's all about authenticity as well. Someone's trying to hide something about them. And it's like, this person is in a lot of work on a lot of people or on themselves, I'm seeing, because someone has done something that it's like everyone knows, and it has nothing to do with you. What they've done this part has nothing to do with you, collective. This person has a past incident that people already do not like them for. And for some reason, because they were using your energy, never mind, not for some reason, because they were using your energy, they ended up glamoring other people to make it seem like they were doing something right, and they weren't. You could be born the year of the rabbit. But someone has to get real with themselves at this time when it comes down to the laws of Venus. Because again, the King of Cups is out here too again. Because, I don't know, it's about your emotional, I can't say that word right now. I'm not going to try. It's about your emotional balance, though. How you give and receive your feelings, how you give and receive emotion. And even with the King, it's like you feel and give a lot, but it's not over giving because it's not inverted. You're not doing it to drain yourself. You just have a lot of reserve. So someone just thought it was okay because you had a lot of reserve, but then they're going around lying about, oh, they're only doing this for this and that, or they only are like, they're trying to love bomb you. And the only reason why is because this person knows what they did to you when it came to love bombing. So they want to project that external realm, like, oh, they were love bombing you because they're doing way more than what I would have done. It's just because this person's heartless. That's why. Someone wants their money as well. That's what I just heard. Someone wants their money. Something about the social security fraud or something like that. But someone wants their money. Someone has not been paid for the work that they've done. So they're about to open their mouth. The Hermit inverted, the Four of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Someone's about to open their mouth. I haven't got paid yet. If I don't get paid, I'm gonna tell people. Something's not gonna be hidden anymore. Something's not hidden about why you've been in so much regret and why you walk away from so many people. Why you have such a hard emotional life, but yet you're still up. King and Queen of Cups are upright, but the Ace of Wands. So people just had the wrong idea of you because you've gone through, it's like, I don't know, you've gone through all these struggles. You've gone through all the things you have. People know about it, and you go through it again through someone else, and they just think that you're stupid. They just think that, oh, you don't know what you're doing, but no, you're very balanced in your feelings, in your emotions. You're not giving to random people. You're seeing people who want a second chance but don't know or have the reserve or the energy to push forward. So you help them. That's what you're doing for people. Someone's just gonna add like, no, collective's not doing anything because someone has like they put your name in the dirt for sure doing grave work, but they've like drug it through the mud. And it's like, I'm not gonna, like, why? Like, I know why they walked away from you. And this is someone that doesn't even like you that's gonna talk. That's what I'm really getting. That's why it hasn't came out yet. Someone has been battling, like, what do I do? This could have been like a crush that you had, not you, but they had a crush on you and you didn't know, or however. But that's why it's coming out, because someone's gonna finally open their mouth. There is a Cancer or a Pisces that knows way more than they're letting off. They know way more than they're letting off, and they're about to just lose it. And it's like, it's less like someone wants to like walk up to you and like give you a fist bump and be like, I got your back. You know that, right? Like, I don't, but again, like this is someone that you haven't talked to, or you all ended off on like bad terms, but you yourself have no bad blood. Someone else just has a hard time understanding what you did, not accepting it. They don't have a choice but to accept it because it already happened, right? And thank you for saying the word I couldn't say. Thank you so much, Spark. I couldn't say it. Some words I can't say. I got a speech impediment. But it's like you ended off, it's like it's not even that you ended off on bad notes. This person just has a really salty vision of you due to your actions, and they know that you don't mean any harm by it, but it still bothers them, so they've kind of just kept their mouth shut out of a grudge, and they're kind of been forced to pop out and just be like, hey, by the way, you are responsible because you know, and you know collective knows, and you know that collective knows that you know, and that's why you're not saying anything. So you better just start saying things and just be honest. Like, what do you have to really lose? Because it's like this person doesn't like the other individual either. So I don't know what their issue is. They are very confused because they don't like you because of your actions, but they don't hate you because they still have like weird, hate love feelings for you. You just push those to the side, but they don't like the other person at all, like at all, because of the way they treated you. So you need to get your mind together. I wish you well. You're doing your best. Someone's been thinking about this for a minute, though. Because it's about the second that you walked away from this person, it's been nothing but regret for them. And they wanted to take it out on you with angst. And maybe you had like small, like back and forth conversations, nothing like too serious or anything, just like small talk. And they see that you don't have any like anger or angst, you still talk to them the same way you did before. The only difference is the energy giving. There were, I can't say the word. So it's like, who cares? Like someone just needs to get over it. It's like you know what you did to them, and you know that they know. So don't act silly. They're not trying to like. You're not trying to hide anything, collective. You're not trying to like have a mask on or anything. It's called respect. It's just called common courtesy. I'm not gonna hate you for some bullshit that we both know that we both had to have a hand in to work. And why does things keep coming out like this? Someone wanted to be partnered with you, or someone like felt like you were a part to another one, because we have the 4 and 5 of cups, the 9 and 10 of cups. They're both inverted. The 4 and 5 of cups are upright though, and they're coming out like this. It's like there is something about the progression of how this person, someone thought that you were going to be mirroring the exact things that they were going through. That's why it's coming out like the way. Thank you. But you don't have the same emotional tolerance, I'll say, as this individual. Like, that's why things didn't, like, it's not that you two weren't incompatible. You two just had very, very polar expression ways. And in the sense of like you both like your space, you both like staying quiet, but someone never invited you into their space and you always invited them into yours. So that's where it started to fall off. Or it's something about things that like you both had mutual agreements on, you weren't receiving when they were receiving. I don't know why it came out slow like that. Someone doesn't want you to remember what you really did for them so that they don't have to feel bad. They want you to be more focused on how they feel. Like someone, I don't know, it's like that's what's coming through heavily. Regardless, that's not what's happening. That's not what's going to happen. Someone realizes that now. Like there's no luck and there's no getting the gang back together. There's nothing that can be produced. What has already been produced has been produced. That was all that could be made of it. Someone just didn't want to. it's just, I'm gonna miss you when you're gone. Like someone just did not really reminisce in that moment where they did have you. They were trying to get something more out of you because they felt like they deserved it due to some form of spiritual contract or due to some form of like jinn work or genie work or however, or bloodline ties or whatever that they had. They felt like they were deserving of you, or even it could even be like you both have like a go-getter mindset, like, oh, we have to be a power couple. No, no one has to be anything. Nothing has to be anything. Jupiter and Mars are significant, and the year of the tiger is also significant with these. Because again, whoever this is, whoever's trying to hide back the truth, whoever's about to come out and talk about it, I mean, people are very confused. I'm picking it up. People are very confused because they want to get you back together with everyone. They want to like be the savior of like their friend group, of their posse, or however. That's what they want. That's just what they want. They want to seem like I brought us all back together. Look what I did. We can. No. You can. You're okay. You're the reason why everything's split apart. You can't fix that. Do not worry about trying to fix that. That collective will come back if they want to. You will come back if you want to. You have free will to do that. The majority of y'all don't want to go back. That's on you. Who cares? Do your thing. Do your thing. When someone wants you to come back so they can look like a hero or a savior, they want to mimic you. But it's too hard because they're already under judgment. They've already been caught. Because it's like someone, I don't know, when you get warned, it's usually like a, hey, by the way, we know you're doing this, so don't do this anymore, or you're in trouble, like really this time. So, yeah, I don't know. But again, it's like it's not somber. Someone wants you to feel like it's somber. It's not somber, it's just peace and quiet. It's the lack of energetic mayhem or energetic parasites from other people popping in your energy. What is that, an ISO chamber? Is that what they're called? Yeah, people have evidence that someone is very disturbed and they were not good to you. Someone's morals are fucked up. This person was never not good to you at all. Not the person who's going to talk, but the individual who has been lying about you. Everyone knows that you and them ended off on bad terms because of who they were. They were an awful individual. And someone could even be remembering the past or remembering something about inhumane actions that this person did going back to that crime or however. And it's like, why do we even believe you in the first place? Someone wants to beat this person up so bad. I'm seeing them get like punched in the astrals, like they're getting mollywopped. Someone like, there's a lot of anger that you might not be feeling, and it's your ancestors. You might be picking up on it, but you're not feeling it or letting it, it's your ancestors, and it's a lot of people that teamed up with this individual to fuck you over. It's like, why did we listen to you? Like we should have known from the first place. They're more mad at themselves than this individual, but they're gonna take it out on this individual because they were more mad about how they betrayed you and how you started to glow up than at you. So it's like, well, to make things fair, I'm gonna mirror this back to you. That might be how someone's thinking, but that's just how the energy is also gonna play out. Because someone knows that they were not giving to you and that they were stealing and taking from you. There's proof of it. Because of your irritation, maybe your mood has gotten better, your agitation levels have gone down, you've become more peaceful. It's because this person's energy has been removed completely from you. People that this individual has sent to you have been removed from your energy. So there's no more lingering. There's no, like, someone has seen it. Someone could drive like a white SUV or like a white car or a white van, but they know, like, there's no way, like, because again, you're not gonna just call people. You're not gonna nitpick at people. When you get told something, you hear it and you follow through because you know it's right. And it's not by another man, and it's not by a mental delusion. It's because you have proof of it. You can't deny what you see and feel, so stop doing that. And some of you are still working with that. Someone sees that this individual is not relaxed now. They see that it's mirrored back to them. My ear is ringing heavy. It's been mirrored back to them. They can't relax. They got too much going on. Someone could even have like active court legal issues right now. And when they were around you, they weren't concerned about it. But now that you're gone, they're stressed the fuck out about it. And that's the only reason why, is because someone might have like a physical court issue, and you might have been helping them out with it, or hanging around them. And now that court issue's gotten worse because of what they've done to you spiritually, and you left them, so now they don't have any of your protection, even, so now it's just like, what the fuck? Someone's bound. They lost their blessings. They couldn't curse you. They couldn't curse you to rob from you. It's like someone was trying to do like a reversal money spell for any time that you would pick up on them or their energy. They would get money based off of your reaction to them. Because you're in the spotlight. Either you're an entertainer, or you like entertaining people, or you're goofy, however you make jokes. Someone was trying to use that gift of yours against you by getting their own money off of that, by saying, oh, they're making fun of me, or getting you in legal issues by saying, oh, they're blah, blah, blahing this about me. But that's not true at all. Someone knows that that's not what you're doing. Someone doesn't want to be persecuted, but something's happening quick. This person's being isolated for the injustice that they've caused for doing these ceremonies on you. Like someone is like, I don't know, dude. Someone is friends with someone who has money, and someone also knows a bunch of Bruges. Someone is like Hispanic, but they're white passing Hispanic. I don't know why I had to say it like that, but I will. But that's what's going on. Someone has connections to a lot of Bruges and stuff, and they've been paying them to do things to you. And they know, like, they weren't thinking about it. They were just, fuck it, yeah, why not? You're my friend. And it's like, no, I can't do this anymore because you're not. I don't know, someone's using their bloodline ties against you, basically. Like, if this person's a gypsy, they're going to other gypsies. If this person's like a Celt, they're going to other Celts. If this person's like Chinese or Japanese, are going to like those type of practitioners. I forgot what they're actually called, my bad. But they're trying to use their own strengths against you, but they don't realize that you have solid ties. It doesn't matter like what culture you go to. It's about the realm that the entity rules and your connectivity to that. It's your interpersonal connectivity with that deity that determines how fast or how much or the return that you get. Someone doesn't get that either. So yeah, you could be a necromancer, but do you have good ties with Baba Legba? Do you have good ties with Santa Muerte? Do you have good ties with Mary Mac? Do you have good ties with Anubis and Set and all of them? Like, do you know about them? Or, and second of all, where are you going? What are you trying to do? What kind of path of magic? Like, someone could be trying to do serpentine magic. Okay, well, do you have good ties with any of the serpents, sirens included? Do you have good ties with Sobek? Probably not. Do you have, what I mean? Do you have good ties with a Pep? You're probably using a Pep in his distorted form instead of the other. But it's like, do you know what you're doing? Because it doesn't matter the way you think it does. You have to make friends with these beings. Just as you had to make friends with these people who you're bribing to do work on collective on the physical, you have to do the same thing in the spiritual. someone does not have an altar space, or someone does not take care of an altar. And it's because maybe you don't have an altar, but again, yours is circumstantial. Where you're at, maybe you can't have an altar. They don't allow it in the apartment, or they don't allow it in the hotel, wherever you're at. You know, you just don't have the money or space for it. So your ancestors are allowed, like they make do for you. Because A, you're not going to do it disrespectfully, and B, you have that reign, you have that respect. You have the right to practice your art however you need. There's not a set way to do it. So someone needs to get that to their head, as well as, like, I don't know, there's a bunch of things that this person has to learn, which I'm not going to go into really, but it's like someone needs, and also as well, like maybe you protect your altar if someone knows you have an altar, or like a photo of an altar, even an old one. Someone's trying to use that against you, but you have protection on it, especially if you have garden gnomes. Something about garden gnomes is why did they look like that on the ad? They look really bad. I'm sorry. I got an ad, someone's face popped up. They look really mad. I don't even remember what it was ad about. I was so focused on their face. I was like, what the heck? No, but even it's like you have altar protection. It has less to do with your ancestors and more about to do with you, what you physically have on your altar. But this family, or people see that in the background, you're not overloaded. While these friends are losing money, they say that you have a lot of luck. It's like whoever teamed up, they're losing things. They can't hold on to things. They're losing collections. Something about collectible items as well. Someone might just collect a bunch of dolls that they know someone that collects a bunch of dolls, or they went to like one of those, like a trade and swap store where you can go in with like games and stuff, or like action figures or dolls and shit, and then trade them in for like either other things or money. Someone has that. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about it for a minute. Some people, so if you are under the effects of like voodoo doll work, I need you to know one thing. Voodoo dolls are actually used as medical treatments way before people distorted it. Voodoo dolls, what they would do, like let's say you walk in with like a headache, right? The doctor would check you out. The witch doctor would check you out. You know, he'd make a doll in your figure. He'd stuff the doll with a bunch of herbs that you would need. And if you had a headache, there'd be a needle in your head. He'd send you home a week later. He'd bring you back in. And if you still had that headache, that needle stays in. And then it's like, okay, if it's not this, let me anoint another needle and oils and stuff and stick it somewhere else. Let's get something further. If it was fine, they take it out. So you could remember that for yourself. As someone's using voodoo dolls on you and you feel it, focus on the memory or the feeling, the attachment that has, because that's the ailment. That's your illness that they can get through. And then after doing that, carry a safety pin on you, like in your coat pocket or in one of your pockets, and that's going to help keep that wound, energetic wound, shut. That's a hoodoo tip for y'all. Someone, like, I'm just going to tell y'all that because y'all, like, the protection needs to be done, and a lot of people don't know that it's that simple for voodoo, especially with the dolls, not voodoo as a whole, but for the doll work. But that is how voodoo dolls were originally used. You can look it up, you can research it, it's a thing. They were medical devices, they were healing devices. Everything that you see is a healing device. It's just, it's been contorted and distorted because everything has two sides, and if I can do this with it, I can do that. You can ask really any practitioner, that's how they break spells most of the time. They'll use the same herbs and shit that they use, but just in a different light. But this is good news. Someone's trapped in a marriage. Or someone's trapped in a contract. They don't have to be married, but they bound to this contract. They're bound to it. Someone's surprised as well that they were tricked by a couple. It's like, why did I even believe y'all? And it's again because they brought family matters into it. They brought about kids. Someone cannot be calm now because they can't remember Or they try to, okay, so someone's trying to erase the fact that they know that they're going to jail from their mind so that they don't manifest it. It's not gonna work like that. Someone's scared. Someone's mad. They can't meditate. Someone also can't meditate to keep their memory down or like to keep their energy down, or even to manifest a new way out. Someone knows that you've been doing that, that you've been meditating and manifesting like your new steps forward. Someone's trying to do that to invert. Someone can't tolerate this. Someone's tolerance levels are low. Someone could be in a wheelchair. Someone is in a wheelchair due to like having too many strokes and shit. Someone had like a mini heart attack due to work that they did on you, and they did not listen or pay attention, and then they had a full-on stroke. They want to come to you and talk, but they're terrified. Someone's whole life, like, because someone didn't believe, but now they're seeing it, someone's whole life got fucked up. They're not, and again, like, someone thought that, you know, if you told them, like, you're gonna, like, pass away from this, they thought it was gonna be, like, a quick and easy, like, death. It's not. It's gonna be a slow and painful one. This person doesn't get to pick and choose how death comes to them. Death keeps all tallies. This person has done a lot of shit bad or has done some really inhumane things to people. And the fact that they still don't have a care, they want to come to you to make you feel bad about how they look, or that's what they've been doing, which is why things keep getting worse for them, because your own ailments are not collective's fault. You should have been more wise to not come against them in this way. And it's shocking to this individual that, like, because again, they want to downplay you, right? So let's let collective be downplayed. Let's let you be downplayed for a minute, y'all. Okay, I'm pointing here, but the camera's here. It's the chat room. Let's get something straight, okay? Let's downplay ourselves. Let's make ourselves as weak as this person wants to be for a minute. Mentally, just think about it for a minute, right? You told this person about all these things that's going to happen, right? So they downplay you even more. That's why things are hitting them so hard. They didn't believe you at first, and then they kept doing the same things to reenact that same form of motion that brought you to that level of like, hey, don't do this, right? That's why it's being shown this way. Someone didn't believe, but again, they were doing all these things to you, and they thought that this was the only way that it could be done. So that's why it's like they're being downplayed, but it's a physical humiliation. Yours was a spiritual humiliation because it was really only on you. No one else really, picked up on it or seemed to have any real care nor concern. So yours was a spiritual embarrassment. Theirs is a full-on physical, because it's like now you get to see how collective felt, basically, the entire time. And someone didn't think that you felt that deep or that you could feel that deep because of your stature. You're too quiet. You're too by yourself to care. Someone said that you're just detached and aloof, and it's like, no. You've gone through trauma, of course, and people who go through trauma all end up aloof because they have to for a minute. They got to regain themselves. Some people don't come back. Some people do. They didn't want you to come back. You came back. So that's two things. It's I don't know why I said it, and so that's two things. I don't know where that came from. There could be like two secret meetings going on. One about you and one about them. I'm hearing Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's two things, and things are like higher societal meetings, or secret society meetings, or secret things. There's secrets that you gather for, okay? It's a secret meeting of men, or a secret meeting amongst a group of men and women who talk about sacred information. I'm trying not to say the word thing, but that's what things are. Look up the etymology of thing, you'll find it out, right? So there's two things going on. There's one about you, one about them. They're trying to figure out how to get you moving forward and how to get this motherfucker, do whatever they want to do to them, right? But again, work and effort and block. They're trying to figure out something. Why was this person trying to block you? And why and how do we block them? And it's something about them playing on abandonment wounds from their own childhood, because you both have abandonment wounds. And they want to seem like you were their evil twin flame to make them suffer from their abandonment wounds when you're really just a mirror. You could have Libra in like your 4th house heavily, or your 8th house, even your 9th house, or just Libra highly aspected in your chart. You're a mirror. Even Pisces, like Libra, Pisces, Cancer, and Gemini, those are like your main mirrors. I want to say Aquarius too, but Aquarius feels like a sign that this Sagittarius character that kept popping up or knows about. Because this goes back further than you think. Hold up, pause. Because it's not about just your ex. Your ex went back to the people. So let's say this, because for some people this might be it. If you lived in a place that then your ex that put you through all this shit, they picked you up from there. The house that you were at before you met that ex is where all this drama is starting from one individual. It all roots there. Someone has a friend in New Zealand or something. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but it's a whole map. Someone has a friend in New Zealand that knows, like, who's really big into tech. So they've just been like organizing a bunch of shit, and they got a hold of someone. It's like they're playing on like what you like. So let's say you enjoy dancing, and it so happened to be that you met someone who was also into dancing, but not at like a dancing area. They met online, or you met them on this, just walking around, however, right? They used that individual, they body hopped to them, or they paid them money, however, which way, to do these things to you. And that's what's been going on. It roots from one person. This could even be like a high school friend of yours, or a middle school friend of yours, or like a childhood friend that's been doing and ramping up all this shit because of something that you did either in 2018 or something about graduation. Whether that graduation is you moving on from them, or like an actual graduation, like a physical school graduation, that's where it's rooting from. Because this individual wanted to give you a love offer, but they were afraid of how people would perceive you. So instead, they just tore you down and got into another relationship. And that's the cycle that you've been in for the past, however, it comes from that person, because they want to make you a love offer, or just to mooch off of you and live with you because they miss you and they regret what they did. Air quotes. This person's mentally and emotionally unstable and obsessed with you. That's all. So whoever that individual is connected to all these other people, or has some form of connection, because all fingers are pointing back to this group. And I want to say group because it feels like, again, that person has a connection to someone else, and they have like their own little like friend group posse thing, whatever, right? Something about, because these people in high school, they made a blood pact. I'm seeing it. They cut their hands, and confirmation. So they cut their hands across the healer's line and shook hands. Like all of them did. It was a whole thing that they did to bind themselves together. And you weren't part of it. Either you refused or you had no idea about it, but they told you about it. And they didn't want you to think anything deep of it, but you did. You just didn't outright say anything about it. Maybe you did, I don't know, but I'm picking up on people that didn't. But this person's seen how you were able to grow quicker and faster without them, or without needing to do that whole blood bonding. So they were addicted to you, not to pull you into the group because they knew you weren't, but they wanted to spiritually sacrifice you. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the phantom daggers that people have, where like, oh, we should go get high together and do these things, and then they'll like stick like needles and knives and shit into you astrally. Someone was trying to do that to you. And it's something about your first experience when that happened, you flipped the fuck out. And that's when they became obsessed with you, because it's like, how did you see that? So they've been on your ass because you were able to see, because they've done that to other people before. That's how they bound old roommates. That's how they got old relationships, by doing that shit. So they wanted to try and create that with you, but you've seen through it. And they got obsessed with you even more, because it's like, well, if you can see this, then I need to do something better. I mean, I'm telling you, a love offer with this ritual. It's not a love spell, it was a binding spell that this person was doing. They had faith that they could. They didn't think that you would expect it. They didn't expect that you wouldn't think that they were that they weren't a sweetheart. Someone has like coptic narcissism. It keeps coming out. Or just what is it called? I forgot what that one, someone goes through a lot of depressive episodes. I don't remember what it's called. But they know you're an earth angel. And they knew that you had money or a rich soul. So they've been manipulating you and trying to get you halted on your moves. When you moved away from this person, that's when they did, because it enacted their abandonment issues. And this person's been going around saying that, oh, they just abandoned us, they left us with no money, they knew that we couldn't do blah, blah, blah. But who cares? At the end of the day, you look at all the shit that you did to them. Why do you think they would owe you any type of money? You don't owe anyone anything on this earth at all. Bitch, you came here alone. Even if you were twins, you both didn't pop at the same time, did you? I mean, maybe you did, but still, you know what I mean? You came out here with yourself. No one owes you anything. If someone's holding like a money grudge against you, that has to drop. You didn't steal anything from this person. You didn't steal their money. You didn't do anything to them. So why are they doing these money spells on you? The only reason that you would need to do a drawback spell like that is if someone owes you money and they haven't given you it yet. And it has nothing to do with them not having it. It has with them refusing to do it. There's a whole line of things that they go through. This person's just a snitch. They are a third-party hater. And I don't want to say they're a third-party hater because they see you and you don't even have to be with anyone. This, you could be male, female, but whoever this other counterpart is, in the forefront, it doesn't have to be a person. That could be whatever you're doing. It's whatever you're companioned with, whatever you enjoy doing. Someone just didn't like that. It's like, oh, you didn't give up on your passions, but I did. Who cares? You're not going to be abused by someone who doesn't have ancestors, or someone's lost all their ancestors. A dark priest. They're moving on. A rich guy is no longer having high honor because his death magic went back. I mean, someone could even be passing away because it said transition with that death magic converse. Someone be passing away because of it. Someone might also want to tell you the truth in like a broken down state. No, they don't. They're thinking about it. That's what they're doing. They don't want to. They're thinking about it because they don't know if they have the balls to tell you before they pass away that, that, oh my God, I was part of it. And it's just because you know, and that's called pettiness. Just because someone knows, like, you can just be real with yourself. You can help yourself out. It has nothing to do with the collective. It has all the things to do with you. About this spell work that they don't want to communicate about. I'm telling you about this dream work they don't want to communicate to you about. Someone tethered you in the astrals. You might have known this, but they don't want you to know it. And that's how they've been able to keep an eye on you. Someone's also been talking with your family. Something about your family does have like a coven or something, and they've not joined it necessarily, but they've teamed up with them to steal from you so that you wouldn't have anything. But Saturn's not on their side on this path. They don't get anything that they were going for. No blessings, no nothing. Yeah, something's over. Damn. Someone can't connect to you. It's time. Or right now, someone from your past could be trying to connect to you, a fire sign, but they know it's over. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. They are not paying attention to the signs. Or there's something that you're not paying attention to about the time being now, or some form of memory to keep you aware. If people's names keep getting brought up around you, it's because they are trying to come towards you. It has nothing to do with this person latching onto anyone anymore. They don't have the power or energy to. They want to come to you on the physical because that's the only thing they can do. They want to cause a storm by letting you see what you created in their life without warning. Like, they want to pop up on a surprise. But I let that come out as a projection. I know I did. So don't worry, you didn't do nothing to them. It's their own fault, their own actions. But it's like they want to just like, oh, they want to pop up. Hey, look at me. Look how injured I am. Don't you feel bad for me? It's like, no, I'm not. That's a bad joke. Don't say that. Oh God, okay, I'm not gonna say that. That's funny as hell, but your ancestors got some words, dude. This is not a charity work. We're not charity workers, okay? I'll leave it like that. Y'all can put the pieces together. We're not charity workers, so we're not gonna, oh my goodness. Okay, look, we know what you did. Someone's losing it. Poverty, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, it doesn't matter. They losing it and they are concerned. Listen, some of y'all ancestors are savage out here. There's some things that I get through that I don't even say, and it's like, what the hell's up with y'all? A mature man's not getting a message of concern, though. He's getting a message of hope that things are not going to change in the distant horizons. When it comes to a divorce, or when it comes to, a divorce between between you and a child. Because an official person's coming in as a wealthy man in a house, or as stability. So you don't have to worry anymore. Someone's only in despair because they're losing you. Someone's getting divorced and they're losing you. Either due to a child or due to some childish actions. Because again, someone has been using their children as like a ploy. Like, oh, collective, so they're gonna babysit my children, but they don't talk to me anymore. So no, I don't have anyone. Okay, then just go find someone. Instead of complaining to people about that, why don't you ask, can you babysit? You like eyes. There's ways to go about this, y'all. Beggars cannot be choosers. Because you have the gift, or you're receiving a gift in the distant horizons. What's this gift about? A mature woman has been talking about coffin. A mature woman in a family room, a coffin, high honor, has lost all high honor, or has lost their position behind the scenes, and they're not talking about it. In the distant horizons, their official person is going to come forward, a wealthy man, to take a house away from someone who's not privileged and in bad health, or to take some form of stability away. Damn. For what they did, this is a judge. So someone could be moving like away, like they could be, it's something about a crime that didn't happen in the state that they're in or you're in. They got to go back to their home state to finish up court. That's what that's talking about. Okay. I forgot what that's called. Someone help me out with that. But someone knows that they're going to have to, it's like, whatever crime they committed, they were fleeing from. And that's when they met you. And then they were going to latch onto you and have all their records cleaned and shit. But there's something about a recent report. Like this person has a recent support. So think about an EPO, or someone reported some form of like assault or like trauma that they caused them. So it reopened a bunch of things. So, damn. So think about CPS being involved as well. They don't get a second chance because you're not a stripper, or you're not a lady of the night, a man of the streets. It's like someone's walking outside at night trying to find you or something. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, especially if you're known for taking night walks, be careful because someone wants to like pop up. Damn. They do be wanting to pop up. Yeah, you have no chaos. It's blocked. Or this toxic person's also blocked from peace. And that's not they can't dream. There's no delusions anymore. They're not delusional. Their life is falling down the hole. And yours isn't. Yeah, they're trying to run. They hope they can run back to you. No, go away. That's literally like, and it's not even like there's no way. Hopeful for what? Hopeful for what? They burnt bridges with you. You don't burn bridges. You got wings. Why the fuck you burning shit? I mean, maybe you do burn bridges and you got wings and you fly because you say fuck you. You know, do what you got to do. Do what you want to do. Ain't no shame in the game unless you have it. Someone is not getting a second chance. It keeps coming out. You're not coming back. You're not coming around ever again. What is going on with that? Yeah, I was picking up. I was picking up on CPS. Like someone already has like a CPS issue. Because family and suffering and silence just came out too. It's like something about like literally a family issue is coming out and they can't hide it. It's something about like it has to be seen. Someone might have spoke out what they desired. Do I have to talk about this right now? So someone's trafficking either their own children, someone has either like sexually assaulted their own child and they were talking about resuming it, or they were in contact with their contactee or their buyer, however, to get that to go through. And there's proof of that. Someone knows or someone overheard that about what this person's real motives were for why they wanted their children back. Like someone wants to run like their own little cult with their family. They want to start it up. Something about someone's bloodline. They're listening to ancestors that were all chose the wrong path, who are feeding them bad things. I'm talking like a child, but I feel like this person also has like a childlike mindset. But there's like the operation's been busted. That's why they want to come back to you, because if they can come back to you, they can attempt to try and drain. Yeah, they're not getting any nurturing. They want advice for what to do, but they're gonna like, hey, I still have core issues. Can you help with me? No, this person's arrogant as fuck. They're only coming towards you because they know that they know who you are. They know that you're fully established in your life path, not just like business-wise, but what you're doing is fully established. That's why you have no consequences, or so that's why it doesn't seem like you go through anything. Someone's salty and mad because that car was going to come up and I pushed it back down on accident. Someone's trying to hold back their own feelings of how bitter they are towards you. It's like you and someone else were working simultaneously on your businesses or on your life or however, and you just got along a little bit quicker than they did because you have more experience. Not about age, just about you've gone through more than this person has. You've gone through more. You haven't just sat there and let it hit you and suffered. You walked through it. You made it to the other side of a lot of things, unlike this individual. You see what I mean? Like words, y'all, words mean a lot. And this person, you get away. Archangel Michael is making sure that you get a vacation. Archangel Michael is not protecting you. Whoever this individual is, I wanted to say it like that. Michael might not even be protecting you at this time. They're too busy working on someone else. This person cannot laugh. This person's not experiencing joy, though. This person is not receiving any form of divine intervention. Someone could be trying to pray to Michael, but no, because you don't have any resent towards them, and they're blocked. Someone could be trying to pray to get you to unblock them energetically, spiritually, however, so they can talk to you, but no. You're glowing up, you have new opportunities, you have things to work on. Something's been illuminated. And they know now. Someone's looking a lot closer at things while you've been recharging. It's like, how do you keep going? Someone's looking at that. And they remembered that it's like something about someone wants to say that you only blocked them because you were too busy. Someone knows that's a lie. Someone knows that you've been around people when you are busy. Someone knows that you just have a very interesting work schedule. Half of y'all, just whenever the divine says, whenever mother and father say, go do this is when you do it. You don't wait on man to tell you to do some shit, you know? So you're different. It's okay. It's cool. Someone also wanted to say that you were procrastinating on with them, that you weren't it's like, well, they only started working when they were away from me because you took up all their time, because you prevented them from working. Someone knows you have a very good balance of work and life and family and itself. You have a balanced life. You are fine. You're not, you know what I mean? Even if it's not the best or perfect, you're trying, and it's like people are seeing like, oh, you're trying to get a new schedule and you're trying to swap up your energy. You're not doing anything bad or nefarious. You're just trying to get out and get new life into you. You can't sit around and do the same thing over and over again and expect new life. So it's like, oh, they didn't show up to work for blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they were on vacation or they took days off. Let them, they fine, what the fuck? It's like even at your work, someone might even keep trying to complain like, oh, so-and-so, you know, when they go out to lunch, they always take like so much longer to get, well, they only take like 5 minutes longer to get back, but they also have done more work than all of y'all combined. So what the hell is going on? Like, let them, like, stop. Like, quit micro-complaining on people. Quit trying to micromanage someone's life when you can't even fucking manage any, yeah, I'm just gonna swoosh you out. I ain't gonna talk about it. You can't even manage nothing, honey. You can't even manage your own fucking urges. So how the hell you think that, how the hell you think? You don't even think. I ain't gonna get into it. Where'd I put that deck at? It's right here in front of my face. So I'm telling you, something's about like a social security scam. It keeps popping up. Like everywhere. I keep thinking about it. And thank you, mods. What's going on up in here? I said thank you, Soldier. Oh, it says mode. I thought it said salute Soldier mods. I was like, what the hell is going on in here? Hold on. What my mods doing? No, but yeah, safe travels because you are the key. I'm sorry, I just got flabbergasted for a second. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. I don't know. I've given like 25-minute speeches about this shit, dog. You are the key. Whoever has the feminine energy, whoever can carry the heart space has the key. That's why you have good fortune with whatever you do. You don't do it out of vengeance, out of spite, out of evilness, or out of keeping people bound. You do it because you love it, genuinely love it, and that's why you have good fortune. Someone is like, oh, I get it now. I might not be able to live by those functions, but I get it. I see that you're not doing anything bad. You know what I mean? That's how someone's seeing you. It's like, you're not doing anything bad. You're living by your own functions. You're able to do what you need to do. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I can't hate on your style. You have your life figured out. You're doing what you have to do and it's working. So I'm not gonna dash your style. That's how that's how I feel like a lot of people are seeing you, because it's like, well, if you're really doing something so wrong, why the fuck things keep working out for you? You know what I mean? If you really are out here doing something that is so evil and bad, then why are you able to just float? Yeah, gratitude, because you show gratitude. You show a lot of gratitude. You show gratitude for things that you don't even like. You even show gratitude to this soulmate that you weren't protected from at one point. Whoever this soulmate is, multiple, you show gratitude towards what they did to you. You seen how you had to grow from them. And then you grew. And you weren't protected from them because you felt everything they did to you. It was only after those events happened that protection laid on, you know. You were protected from any harm that was gonna like tear you down completely, but you weren't protected from that event. You weren't protected from feeling it, from the mental bereavement that it caused you, from the physical, you know, shakiness that it caused you. You weren't protected from those things, but you let that teach you. Not that you did something bad and wrong, but it taught you what you needed to work on with yourself and how you needed to work with other people. You just show gratitude. You are happy to be alive. Life sucks sometimes, but you're happy to be alive. You know what I mean? Ooh. Yeah, it's about your boundaries. It was just, you had to get stronger boundaries. You had to, yeah. But yeah, you just had to get better boundaries at the end of the day. That's the truth. Someone thought that, I don't know. Something about your emotions, you didn't let something, the lack of boundaries guide you. And that's just the truth. You didn't allow confusion to overrun you and keep you stalled. You chose a new path. And thank you for the donation. I've seen it. I appreciate, love it. But you weren't guided wrong. You didn't guide yourself using your emotions the wrong way. You know, you sat back, you seen what was going on. You're like, well, what do I need to do to change these things? What can I do to change these things? And what do I do? Meditate inversion. This is something, and again, this is something that no one thought about doing. These people didn't think about that when it came to you. Someone didn't know that you already had peace within yourself. You already had a home. For some of you, you already have a home. And someone thought that you were still somewhere else. No, you're gone. They have no influence over your life. They can't see. They have luck. They have a lot of bad luck on their journey of power. With power comes wisdom, and with wisdom comes responsibility. Someone does not have responsibility or wisdom. Just to keep it a bean, keep it a buck. But again, it's like, be aware of people coming into your graces. I want to say that right now. Be aware of people coming into your graces, because this is a different shift. Because again, like, something happened to this person on the physical. They are in, like, they have gone to the hospital. They are in there's something wrong with this person. Like, physical ailment wrong. Like, they can't do what they used to do no more because of what happened. And they were blaming all that shit on you. And everyone had a close eye on you already. So it's like, why are you lying? Why the fuck are you lying? What are you doing? Why? We already had one witch hunt. Why are you bringing another one up? Like, what the fuck? Someone's like, get out of here. That's what I'm here. Is get out of here. I don't want to get your stinky little deal. I don't know what deck to get. I'm kind of confused. So the Social Security scam is because Medicaid is not paying, or Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield is not paying for some form of treatment. I'm not even joking. With this son, that's what is illuminated. So that's why they're trying to air insurance scam you. I want to get you tied to a contract and take you out. Oh, I don't know what happened. They could be a Leo. Oh, they could be a Scorpio, Venus, dog. Something about New Year's. Someone had this plan around New Year's to do this to you. Something about 2:11 or 11:11 a.m. p.m. could be when you were born, they were born as well. But yeah, that was their plan. They had an idea, a plan to go out and get this, to rebuild a family, to bring you back in, and bow, 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 bow. No, they don't work like that. Yeah, again, that was someone's plan. They thought back, okay, who have you been with in the past? And how, who do you like? What are things that you're attracted to, so I can bring you to them and make you lose instead of gain? That's the whole purpose. That's not going to work. I'm kind of just exasperated. Is that the right word to use? I kind of feel that way. Someone could be Aquarius, Venus, the year of the ox is significant, 2009, 1997. You're on this side. Sorry, I got these little cards that has astrological correspondence, so we're learning out here, okay? Taurus, the year of the dragon, middle of the year. But again, someone needs to really, it's like someone is not spiritualizing a situation. They're keeping it as physical. It's because they're not a real spiritualist. Someone's a spiritual hater or a fake spiritualist. Like they just do work on people because they I don't give a fuck. I don't like you. I'm gonna do this to you. Okay. You're gonna do that to someone. So, and here's the thing. Someone should have got the lesson last time they did this to an individual. Because the last time they did this to an individual, they gained a bunch of weight, they gained a bunch of acne, their hair started falling out, their life shot down, they began experiencing demonic possessions. They were bound. No, that's not a binding. That's what is it, a welding. Someone could be a welder, or someone is welding an entity. But they should have learned last time. That's why it's so bad. That's why you are on your deathbed. That's why it feels like you're on your deathbed at least. And it's again, Social Security is involved in this. What is going on? It keeps fucking popping up. It's something about someone trying to pull a social fraud on you. Someone might have your Social Security card and they're trying to use that and it's not going to work. It's a fraud. Stop trying to do shit that you don't know what you're doing. Because it's about your establishment. Someone even might try to make you seem mentally unstable so that they can take funds from you and be like, well, if you can't handle this, then we need to handle it for you. You know what I mean? Just however they're trying to do it, it's not going to work. It's like one day someone shows up to the Social Security office in a business suit looking all fresh, and the next day they show up in a fucking wheelchair. What the hell happened to you? I fell down the stairs. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry. No, I'm telling you though, there's no more eclipse illusions. It's gone. The moon energy's in reverse. Whatever they did on the new moon, no. The new moon just exposed who the fuck this person was real quick. Emperor inverted wanted to pop out, but it didn't. A bad idea. And how overwhelmed they are because they had a bad idea and they have no one to help them pull it off no more. And they don't want to give up. So they hoping they can come to you, get new ideas, but they can't come to you because they want to go to you in the astrals. So also, I want to talk about this because this is very significant. I felt like doing a reading yesterday, but I took the day off. And I had a dream about my bottom teeth falling out. And bottom teeth falling out usually signifies that you are forgetting to do something very important, right? And like all like 5 bottom teeth fell out. And I remember looking at them in my hand and I forced myself awake when after I stared at it for a minute because I was like, I haven't had a dream like this in a minute. So let me pop out and see. Obviously, we're back on track, but that could be relevant for you all as well. There's something that you need to be doing or being more aware of the signs of when to move. Because it's not that you're not doing something deliberately, but there are specific signs that you're getting of, I have time to do this. Let me do it. Getting through that energy. Because someone could be putting you like under and that's why I said someone could be like a welder, or why I thought I felt like concrete or something. Like someone's trying to put a bunch of pressure on you so you don't do something. It's a lot more than someone walking on your name. Like someone doesn't have they might have your name in their shoe walking on you, but that's like not, this is like a different type of pressure. Someone's trying to keep you like stuck or like burdened, which is why their name keep popping up. Stop popping up stop listening in on my Social Security rants, fucking ads. It keeps popping it up. And I know, I get it. It's not only a message to y'all, it's a message to me because I know what it's talking about. Quit rubbing it in my face. No, but yeah, this is just an incubus, succubus. Why are you flying around? Hello. That you met in the autumn time. A water sign is the person that told them about you. Or this water sign was going crazy about you in the autumn time. So they wanted to cause you commotions from the past, and they used this fire sign to do so. It's this water sign, it's this Cancer Pisces motherfucker that has a crush on you. They had a crush on you since the autumn time, and they were and it's like you split away. No, you didn't split away. This water sign had to leave somewhere because they chose someone else because they didn't have the balls or whatever to come to you, or they didn't have the guts, whatever. So they went to someone else, that failed, and they were mad at you because you should have been more aware. Instead of you being more aware, you let it pass on. You didn't care. It's not that you didn't care, but like there was an imbalance of energy. They were just trying to take from you. So they went to either this air sign or this fire sign to cause you calamities. Maybe both. They're both. Maybe someone has like air and fire highly signified, or they all three of these signs. Honey, it could be one person, it could be three people, it could be two people. I don't know, right? It could be multiple, but they did that to target and focus you. So a water sign could have told an air sign to cause you calamities. No, whoa, wait a minute. This water sign told the fire sign to make you go through calamities that an air sign put you through years ago. That's what it's picking up on. This air sign isn't that fucking Aquarius. There's a Cancer, Pisces, or a Leo, or any of the air or any of the fire signs. I picked up on all of them. But that's what's going on. This could also be someone trying to cause you insanity by how you're speaking about your feelings or making you more ramped up when you speak. However this is, that's what's going on. That's what I'm picking up on. Someone couldn't possess you with a banshee or from an argument from the past or some form of famine from the past. Someone could have been even trying to summon the horseman on you. Good luck doing that, especially if you don't have any good ties with Ezekiel. Good luck, okay? That's why they want forgiveness, because you're protected. Or they want, yeah, you're not bound to anything. And then you forgave someone that put you through this famine and pestilence too. If this air sign put you through this water sign, air sign, I mean, fire sign even, I said water and air, so it could be, they could be an Aquarius, because I said water and air like that. They could be a full-on Aquarius. But they know you already forgave them. So they couldn't cause the same injury to reopen. All it did was make you heal deeper. All it did was remove traumas from specific like activities you would want to do involving that, or involving that meaning, like, let's say you wanted to like start a bakery and then this person started to poison your food. And that kind of made you skeptical from wanting to bake again. You healed from that. And then as you kept going on your journey and kept growing and baking more things, you began to alleviate that, right? However this is for you, right? Or let's say you were spiked, you out smoking with your friends and they did some shit to your bud, or they did some work on you while you were high and you were traumatized by that, right? You forgave them, and then you began to work on your own journey to see if you really wanted to do that same thing or not. That's up to you, right? Someone can't bring it back. It's like you're not stuck in the old ways. You moved forward. You're balanced. You did it with moderation. You do things with moderation. It's like someone wants to say that you're a drug addict and because you smoke weed a lot, right? You drew back on smoking weed because you realized that it was bad, and then you can decide whether you want to do it or not. Same thing for drinking. Like, you drink too much. Okay, well, what if I only drink with my ancestors? What if I'm only drinking when I'm doing libations to hold you back, right? You're allowed to do, and it's not even like you can't. There's no rule saying you can't. You live life how you want to. If you do it and do not, I'm not gonna say that way. If you're able to do it and live consciously with yourself doing it, then there should be no problem doing it, right? But you have to make sure that you're not lying to yourself like this individual is, because they don't really like what they did to you deep down inside. They don't care, but they don't like how they're being seen. They don't like how they are now. So can they live with it? No, because that's also the part of the consequence. The consequence doesn't end of that one action until you die, right? Because it sticks with you all the way through. So that's why someone can't get it to work. They don't. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, y'all. As simple as 1, 2, 3. That's the insight. That's the foresight that someone needed to get. That's all someone needed to get. They were projecting a bunch of shit to bind you to the past. They can't, because you don't do things in a past way. You might have smoked and drank and did your things to escape. Now you don't. Now you don't want to escape. Now you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be fine. You know. There ain't no reason for me to just run up and leave all of a sudden. You know, I'm just gonna sit here, ground myself, and shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? You have your own title. I'm not gonna go through what you might or might not do. You have your own thing. You have your own flow. You're fine with it. Moderation, exactly. But again, it's like, that's the difference. Someone also, so here's an excuse. So here's an excuse. No, this person that you split away from, they do drugs or whatever. It doesn't matter. They do their thing with the cover of, I like the social vibe of it. No, you like gathering people around you because you want to seem like you are the main event. There's a difference. And you can tell by the hospitality someone has during those events. Like someone gathers a bunch of people and like, you need to do this for me. And it's like whenever you, I don't know why it came out like that, but whenever you do your stuff, it's like, hey, you need help? You want me to do this for you? You got this, you got that. Like you make sure that you get this if you're gonna be responsible. You know what I mean? Like you're not demanding or whining about it. Someone's just a whiny hole. Why is it coming out like this now? Someone is mad. Like someone ancestor wants to come through and say some words. I don't want you to get me in trouble today. I want a calm, peaceful day, honey. I respect your anger. I respect your anger. And I get it. I really do. Oh my God. But listen. Send that to them, not to me. Send that anger where it needs to go, baby. I know you want me to talk about it, but listen. Actions speak louder than words. If you could just go over there and show them a few things, I bet they'd be fine. Hold on, let me get these angels for you. Let me get the let me get your angels for you. Oh my God. Damn. I was about to say, no one want to come out. You're running kind of dry today. They said not many, not many. Oh, okay. We have, sorry, I haven't seen the angel in a minute. Iazel, God's hung above all, loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. Telling you, they want to come back to you because people know that people are coming to you. This could even be like a dating thing. I don't know, but Malachi, the vivifying God, restoration of life, protection from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. And I remember, this just popped in my head. There's an old video like 2 years ago where I had a dream of this angel. And I dug through my angel deck at like 3 a.m. to talk about this angel. And the video was only about what it meant to be protected from adversaries, rabies, and wild beasts. I don't remember what I said in that video though, because it was only about that. If I find it, I'll post it on the community tab. But the rabies aspect, I remember the rabies aspect. I talked about lack of emotions because when you get rabies as humans, like we get hydrophobia after a while at the end stages. That's what someone was trying to do to you spiritually, was make you afraid of receiving any form of nurturing at all. By putting you in environments that you would get used to and then removing you from them like immediately, basically. That's what's coming through with that. Thank you. We have Melahel, God deflecting evil, healing capacity, protection from weapons, and safety in travel. Habuhaya, the God, the kindest giver, healing, preserves health, and cures diseases. And then Hanael, the joy of God, joy and peace, brings happiness to couples and removes negative energy. But yeah, we got Hanael. Thank you, Hanael, for being here. I love that that's happening. So I want to take it a step further. I don't want to just say remove negative energy. That's kind of a nitwit thing to say. I'm gonna be real. Batteries have negative sides. A negative energy is needed. If you cannot receive, which is negative energy is feminine energy, by the way, in the sense of how we're gonna use it. You can't operate a battery with only a positive side. What the fuck is it gonna do? You know what I mean? And that's like the biggest dogma that people get in coming through the gate. Like, oh, negative energy. It's pessimism that you don't want. You need pessimism so you can find optimism, but you can't rely only on pessimism. So you can't just be saying remove negative energy. I want to get better at like not. I mean, I've not said it for a minute, but whenever cards like that pop out, I want to say it because it's not about negative or positive. It's about how you're allowing that energy to move. Are you allowing it to move you forward, or are you, allowing energy to come to you to make you move quickly on things? So I wanted to start talking about that. Just wanted to throw that out there. And it's not saying you don't have to, you can keep saying that word. It doesn't matter, right? A word's a word, but just know what you're saying before you say it. Because a lot of people, they don't get the fact about that negative energy. They think that the word negative, and this is the issue with definitions, by look at etymology, not definitions, because people change it. You say negative energy for a battery, and everyone's like, yeah, energy in the spiritual community, and they flip the fuck out because they don't know anything about what they're messing with. Because if they did, they'd realize that all spirituality is just electromagnetism. At the end of the day, that's all it is. So learn. You know what I mean? So I just want to point that out because it would help a lot of people who are trying to better themselves. You don't have to stop saying negative, but just know that when you say negative, you're asking to remove you accepting energies that are creating pessimism in your life. Okay? Negative energy is feminine energy, positive energy is masculine energy. That is why the feminine energy is on its own on the horizon, where it can rise and fall on its own, and why masculine energy is a combination. Okay? The plus side is a compound sign. It's two lines put together. Notice this thing. Notice these things, truly. Why do you think Gebo, the X, is a representative of unification? Because it's two overlapping. It's two different lines coming together. Okay? Just know these things. This is where these concepts come from. This isn't me talking on my ass. This is where these concepts come from. So I'll give you all that little stepping stone for those that need it. For those that don't, help everyone out that does, please. Because the lack of education is what causes people to be stuck in these cycles, and we got to get back to it. You know what I mean? But let's see about the other angels, if we have any other ones coming through here. I'm working this. Y'all can just stay out then. Y'all won't go in the deck, y'all can stay out. I'm gonna shuffle 2 more times. Take the bottom and the split. And then we're going to listen. Knowledge. It's not just about knowledge. You gotta have with knowledge, you have to have wisdom to know how to use that knowledge. And then you need reasoning to know why you're using that wisdom in the first place. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. But knowledge is power, but without wisdom, it's used incorrectly. And without reasoning, you won't know why you're using the power in specific ways. We gotta, you know what I mean? Listen, we think deep. We do this stuff. Yeah, focus your mind though. Thank you, angels, for helping me focus on my priorities. Spiritual gifts, Archangel Raziel. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. Shine your light, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me share my light with the world. You are protected, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Michael, for surrounding me with your protective light. Signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. Again, pay attention to the signs that you are receiving. Even if it's like a tiny nudge, look into it a little bit more, because your ancestors aren't trying to like show you any like, huge signs to get you ramped up. They're trying to like, it sounds funny as hell, because the word they're like, your ancestors are not breadcrumbing you, but they are laying they're laying a trail. I was gonna say an Easter bunny trail. That's funny as fuck, but an Esther, don't talk about that. Anyway, they're leaving a trail for you to for you to follow. They're not breadcrumbing you, but they're trailing you. So just pick up on those tiny notes too. That's how I'm hearing it. Healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. Speak your truth, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity. Honoring your beauty, Archangel Joaphil. Thank you, Joaphil, for helping me discover my inner and outer beauty. Follow the eggs, y'all. And express your creativity. Thank you, angels, for helping me express my inner creator. But that is That is the reason. Thank you all. Listen, we all need to moderate ourselves at the end of the day, because even when we do get to that new level of moderation, there will be other things that we do that become like a stressor, and it's less to do physically. It has more to do with like our other aspects. So we all got that work. Don't let that. And you might not even be thinking about it in that way. But if anyone else is kind of feeling like down, it's like I got a lot of work on. Yeah, I got a lot of work on. I'm homeless. I ain't got a house. That's my first concern. You know what I mean? So give yourself that grace. Give yourself that grace. We all learning. We've been here. Some of us have been here a lot of times, but it's like, dude, at the end of the day, we've been here a bunch of times, but the rules fucking change all the damn time because we got random people in charge here, dude. We got random things in charge. But regardless, free Dr. Oh, wait. Hey, I didn't even get the other things. Hold on. We ain't done yet. I didn't even get these. We ain't done yet. Someone try to make me skip out on these. I was thinking, what am I missing? What am I forgetting to do? I'm usually not. And I was like, wait a minute. I just did my angels. I didn't even do this yet. So hold up. That's probably why no one came out, because they're like, man, you didn't even do it. Tell me pay attention to signs. Talking about pay attention to tiny nudges. I didn't pay attention to no nudge, y'all. Damn. They said, hey, we're trying to talk to you. And I was like, no. We got hoodoo. Someone doing hoodoo? Not yet. I'm not on vacation yet. I'm just, I gotta be easier on myself so I don't burn out. We got sacral chakra, someone who's not Hispanic. So this is that, so you're not Hispanic? Or someone who, this could even be like white passing Hispanic. They were doing chakra work on you. They were doing sacral hoodoo on you. They can't no more. Someone's sister is your stalker. R's sister is your stalker. R is bald, or R is going bald for not being accurate with some form of root work. They got a thick, long beard. They're an Aries, and they're gullible because you were the actual breadwinner. And thank you for the donation, y'all. So again, like, there's that Aries again. They got a thick, long beard, or thick or long beard. They're the gullible one. Or they were saying you were gullible, and you weren't. I'm hearing Roger, or something about Roger's hardware. Is that a thing? Contactee. They could be a contactee, or that's where they could be going to get them. We have Sagittarius on the bottom, M, E, and MRE. We have R. Someone's not scared of you. That's cool. Good. Someone's not scared of you. Something about ROMs. So someone was trying to get so the human body has a electrical component. Your ROM would be your brain. Will come parts of your brain, right? Someone was trying to do mental magic or to get you to over exceed some form of limitation of self. Someone who's Haitian. Someone is a member of the fraternal eagle of the orders. They took an L because they're a draconian that was gaslighting people with their distorted Virgo mentor. This could be a Virgo and a Capricorn who were both draconians who were mentoring people of how to do this shit to you. They're brothers is what I heard. Someone's a baker, a chef from N10D, something about you. Yeah, and they were calling you an addict. So this baker chef was calling you an addict or saying, oh yeah, you're addicted to this. An Argarian knows. So someone's an Argarian, someone's an avian. We got a bunch of birds out here. Who are part of the mob. They know you know. You're not a robot. Someone's not part of the church's set. Or someone knows that something was that something's not AI or fake about you. Someone can't do voodoo on you anymore, A. Someone's name is Mary or Mare, M-A-R-E, something about mares. I don't know why I'm picking this up. Someone might work at the Oreo factory. What the fuck is that? What company would that be? Who knows? The Oreo company? What the fuck? Something about the Oreo company. Or Oreo factory. I don't know why it's coming through. And I don't know why I'm mumbling that either. Someone works at like an Oreo factory or like a cookie, like what is that? Kelplers? Is that what it's called? Kelplers? They work at there? They work there? They didn't want you to know that? Hibisco, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know what I was thinking of. I think that's what it is. Dude, I really don't know which one it is. Oh no. But they work at it like a cookie company. Damn. Someone who's a Mason. We'll figure it out eventually. Right now, I'm just giving tips. Someone's not stalking you anymore. A Scorpio who was laced, P. So a Scorpio could have been mounted by a monitoring spirit. Yeah. That was talking about you, asking questions about you. HQ, something about your headquarters or where you're at or what you do. So someone's an apprentice as well. Something about map. Someone's trying to like map where you're at or get your body map. This is over. With a musician or a dancer, someone knows that they can't astral travel to you anymore. And a father wants to say sorry for what they did to you daily. They're not doing that stuff to you no more. You better not. Yeah, this grave work that they are doing daily to you. Yeah, no wonder it shot back in you in a wheelchair now. Y'all don't think about anything. Something about the Muppets as well. I don't know why that came through. Someone knows you single. Why do y'all keep lying about? You know what I don't get? I don't get why people are jealous about you or concerned about you getting in a relationship, and then they know you're single, lie about them being in a relationship, and then try and sneak into your DMs. Like, I get you're trying to set them up in that way, but like, why would you just go in their DMs, dude? You did it anyway. You didn't have to put all this other BS in front of you. You could have just been like, hey, by the way, LOL, smiley face, winky face. You know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all. Y'all are silly. Someone's not someone's sister anymore. Or someone lied about someone's doing sister, or someone's distorted ass sister's not doing grave work on you anymore because they have money going down. Your XG, werewolf, Sagittarius, return to sender. Giovanni? A werewolf knows that they get a return to sender. That werewolf keeps coming out too. It's the same energy. I'll focus on it every time, and it's the same dude. Every time. What'd you do to that poor werewolf, y'all? We have F. We have F. Someone's trying to make effects in your life, GFX. Or you could be a GFX artist. Know that it's the deadline. Time is up for a vampire that's from the series, Galaxy. Something's being dismissed within spiritual court. Someone's mother's being dismissed, S. Because they lied about something. Marrying Sally. Because they know that they were hoarding something. They want you back, C wants you back, or they want you back, C. Someone who's Catholic knows that your heart chakra is okay. It's too late for this sex cult. Because the grass was greener because it was fake. They didn't get nothing they wanted, so they found it like, we just might as well disband this. We'll just take it all apart like nothing happened. They took the low road. Someone who does an SUV or van. They know. A male practitioner. They're removed from the Druids. They've not been part of the Druids for 3 years. Or they haven't been accepted. Something about the past 3 years that they did with Druids or with what is it? How do you pronounce it? Druchaic energy? Is that how you say it? Druchaic energy? You're protected from all evil that C sends you, and C knows that, or C you are, or they see you are. However, you're a blue avian, or someone's a blue avian. They didn't get arrested. Someone wants to come back to you. They want to come back because they were swapped for the low road. So someone was thrown under the bus for helping you, and they want to come back because they're just like, what the fuck? A Gemini, I want you to know that because you told them with the crown chakra, W. They want to ask you, how did you know? Someone could be a Jigitakan. a scribe or author. They're no longer doing something to you weekly. They're not a divine feminine. They're not sorry, but they are, but they're not. I don't know. It's a Cancer. They don't drive a truck no more because you spoke something to them or spoke something out about how they need to stop doing something. Someone can't drive a truck to stalk you. Also, the HWO. Y'all know that? Y'all know that acronym? Y'all know that business, the HWO? They're involved. That's for someone. TS, baby father. They lost because they got an STD. Actually, hold on. Let me get 3 more shuffles. Yeah, that third eye chakra. Your third eye's okay. My third eye's good. I said let me get a few more shuffles in, and I was like, that card is the first one that flew out. So the ancestors, the guides, God, which you know they love you. You did okay. You did better than okay. Excuse me. You did good. Someone's getting arrested though, because they are working with Jinn, and these Jinn are making sure someone gets arrested. You're not. Bye. You don't have respect up here. Somebody who's a Taurus knows that. The Mer people know a line's been dead when it comes to someone's an uncle, distorted ass uncle. Or they want to call someone, they want to say their uncle distorted because they swapped sides. They went to distorted to divine. They left and out of Columbus. Someone did. Someone's part of the, someone's a part of the Alhambra and the Christian. That kind of makes sense. Someone's an Asgard from the Eta Galaxy. Someone's a distorted aunts is a trillion from the Sirius star system. They were getting help from people in the Boosters Club. Someone who was an Aquarius is an always like another werewolf, but they're from Vega, the star system of Vega. Their thymus chakra is busted open. Something can't be dismissed about them, about this vegan creature. They came out twice. There could be 2 of them. They got long hair now. They got long and short hair. That's 2 of them. That's both of these werewolves, dude, that keep fucking harassing you. The one has long hair, one has short hair. One's a baby mama who's losing money for doing grave work on you, though. Okay. You have a new beginning. You have a new beginning. You could be from Venus. Someone has a blank face because it's in God's hands. And blank card, like, listen, I'm going to keep that blank card in there, like I said. But someone knows it's over. It's in God's hands. It's like, what are we going to do? I don't know. I don't know. I'm telling you, dude, ever since 3 years ago, when we had that green eclipse, that eclipse that made the whole damn green sky green, we have been popping up werewolves left and right. I don't know where the fuck they came from. They just decided to pop down and join the party. I mean, yeah, they've been here, but the increase of them has been insane over the past few years. What is going on with that? Has anyone else noticed that? I told y'all, when did I say that? I said that, I think, a few months ago. We're heading back to the Victorian era. And it ain't gonna be, it's funny now, but it ain't gonna be funny when we get there. God dang, y'all. God dang. They do, they have a distinct smell. If you know it, you know it. And I'll sit there, I'll just be minding my own business. All of a sudden I smell one. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Now listen, it ain't bad. Now I'm not saying that they all bad. But they got a smell to them. And it's okay. We all have different smells. It's okay to smell. But werewolves, we smell you before we see you. We smell you before we see you. We just wish you would say hi first before we have to smell you. Okay? That's all. No, I'm playing. I'm just goofing. I'm not. No, but hopefully, I gotta stop talking. I'm gonna make too many jokes. I gotta quit talking. Anyway. I love you. I love you all. Thank you for being here. This has been the reading. Hopefully, y'all got a lot of information out of this. That 2 day, the rest I had definitely got me clocked back into the system, so I was able to do all I needed to do. Thank you all so much for being here, though. Free Dr. Malachi York, the master teacher, as always. His books are in the description, all of them. Just hit the Google Drive link. Thank you all for all the support over on my side, the likes, the comments, shares, subscribes, donations, whether energetic or financial. I truly appreciate love them all. It goes a long way. It means a lot. I will say, though, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I do have a very stable circumstance popping up. So thank you greatly to the ones that have been donating directly to me, because those are going directly to those types of funds right now. So thank you for those. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. We'll be floating. When there's a will, there's a way, and God got me. But that's my main focus and main priority right now. That's kind of why I've been on and off so much, and why I haven't been doing, why I had to shut down the reading requests and stuff for a minute, because I got to get that stuff figured out first, right? But I love you all so much. Thank you all for everything. Please take care. If you need anything, you email me. Don't be afraid to email me. I don't take but like 5 minutes maybe to check an email. I can do that, right? But other than that, I love you all so much. Thank you all for being here, for everything. I will see you all later. Take care.